dears, this is Raji. In this video, we are going to continue with the nomenclature of ketones. We have already discussed about the nomenclature of some simple ketones with substituents and with unsaturation in part 1 of the video nomenclature of ketones. If you haven't watched that video, you can click this link and go through that. Definitely you should watch it. Okay. But in class 12, in addition to the simple concept, you need to know little bit more. So we will discuss that important points also, and we will be discussing questions also related to that. Okay. So let's see how to name these compounds. Before writing the names of these compounds, let's write the name of the first compound. Yeah, this is a 4-carbon ketone, right? Yeah. So how the numbering should be done? We have already discussed about it. Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are giving more priority to the keto group, and that should be given least number. So what's the name of the compound? It will be butan 2-on. Okay. Yeah. You know that already. Now, the question is that what's the difference between the first compound and the second compound? The first compound contains only one keto group, whereas the second one will be containing two keto groups. In this case also, we will have to find out the longest carbon chain including this keto group. So, I am numbering from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. See this one. Identical groups are present on the left hand side also and right hand side also. So either you can give the number from left to right also, right to left also. It will be same only. Okay. Now tell me which is a root word. 5 carbon atoms are present. So the root word will be penta. But remember, whenever two functional groups are coming and that also the same functional groups are coming, we will be writing not pentan, but we will be writing the complete name pentane. Then we will have to specify the position of the functional group. It is at the second and the fourth position. So how to write the name? Pentane 2,4-dione. Why dione? When ketone functional groups are coming, the suffix will be on. And here 2 are present. So that is the reason we are writing dione. Got it no? Pentane 2,4-dione. This will be the name of the compound. Okay. What about the next one? This is also a symmetrical compound. See, left hand side also, right hand side also. Both are identical only. So, we are numbering from left to right. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The other way also. From right to left also you can number. Okay, that time also the carbonyl groups will be getting the same number. Now, which is a root word? 4 carbon atoms are there, so it will be but. But as the functional group present are the same and that also 2 are present, I am writing the complete name butane. Then we will have to specify the position of the functional group. Butane 2,3-dione. That's the name of the compound. Okay. Yeah. What about the next one? Here, the problem is that the compound is not symmetrical. So that time, how the numbering should be done? If I am numbering from right to left, what will happen? Write and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The functional group attached carbon atom will be getting the number 2 and 4. So what is the sum of that? 2 plus 4 is equal to 6 we are getting. Now, we are giving the number from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6. Now, the functional group attached carbon atom is getting the number 3 and 5. Take the sum of it. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. Which one is the least number? 6 only. So, which numbering is correct? Red or black? Red numbering is correct. Okay, that means you will have to give the numbering in such a way that the sum of the numbers of the functional group attached carbon atom should be a least number. This is known as lowest sum rule. Okay, so as per the lowest sum rule, which numbering is correct? Red numbering is correct. So we will be choosing that. So what's the name of the compound? 6 carbon atoms are present. So this is a hexane, right? Now specify the position of the keto group. It is attached to the second and fourth position. Hexane 2,4-dione. That will be the name of the compound. It's easy. Yes. Now see these compounds. They are aromatic ketones, right? And here only one keto group is present, but which in turn is directly attached to a benzene ring. So how to name these compounds? In this case, we will have to find out the longest carbon chain. Yeah, this is the longest carbon chain in this case, right? Yeah. And from keto group, yeah, we will be giving numbering. Okay, we are giving more priority to the keto group. Okay, and this benzene ring will be considered as the substituent. Correct? No? If benzene ring is coming as a substituent, we will be using the prefix phenyl. Got it? Yeah. Now how to write the name of the compound? Write and see. Name of the substituent should be told first as prefix. Okay, so write it 1-phenyl. Now, which is a root word? Root word is eth. Okay, it was an ethane earlier. Now it has become a ketone. So we will have to write, yeah, ethanol. But in between, we will have to specify the position of the keto group also. It is attached to the first carbon atom. Ethan 1 on we will write. This is the IUPAC name of this compound. You will have to remember. Okay. And what about this one? From the functional group ketone, we are finding out the longest carbon chain. This is the longest carbon chain. Give the number 1, 2, 3. Right. And we are telling that a phenyl group is attached to the first carbon atom. Write it. 1-phenyl. Yeah. That substituent should be told first as the prefix. Now, which is a root word? 3 carbon atoms are there. So, it will be prop. In this case, we will be writing propan. We are rubbing that E and we'll have to attach on as it is a ketone. Where it is present? It is present at the first position. Propan 1 on. This is the IUPAC name. 1-phenyl, propan, 1 on. Okay? Yes. Now, see this compound. One keto group is present and the other two are benzene ring. Okay, so in this case, both this benzene ring should be considered as the substituent only. We will have to tell the name of the substituent first. Okay, as 2 phenyl groups are there, we are writing it as diphenyl. Now, the root word, only one carbon atom is present. Which will be the root word? Meth. Earlier, it was a methane. Now, it has become methanol. Right now? Diphenyl methanol. This will be the IUPAC name of the compound. Here, numbering is not required because only one carbon atom is present, right? No, keto group also. Other substituents are also attached to the same carbon atom. So that's the reason numbering is not required. It's understood. So this is the IUPAC name of this compound. But remember, in the case of these compounds, compared to the IUPAC name, we will be using their common name often. In questions also you can see the common name. So common names are more important for this compound. So we will learn that also. How to write it? Remember, whenever a benzene ring is attached to a keto group, the common name of this compound will be ending with phenol. Okay. Yeah, so that will be the last name. The name of the compound will be ending with phenol only. Then you will have to think about the other group. Yeah, which group is this one? Its common name is aceto group, we will say. Okay, so what's the name of the compound? It is acetophenone. Easy. What about the next one? Here also a benzene ring is directly attached to the keto group. So the common name of this compound will be definitely ending with phenol. Then we will have to think about which is the other group. Okay, 3 carbon atoms are there and a keto group is also present. So we will call it as propio. Okay, propiophenol. That will be the common name of this compound. Understood? What about this one? Here also a benzene ring is attached to the keto group. In this case also the name of the compound will be ending with phenol. Then you will have to think about which group is this one. Which is that group? That is benzo. Okay, yeah, benzo group. Benzophenol. That will be the name of the compound. It is easy. So always remember, in this kind of compounds compared to their IUPAC name, common names will be used often. So you will have to remember this common names. That is more important. Okay? Yes. Now see this compound. Here keto group is directly attached to a cycloalkane and at the same time substituents are also present. Okay, so how to name this compound? We will have to give more priority to the functional group attached carbon atom. Okay, so that one should be given number 1. Right, this is 2, this is 3, 4 and then 5. Yeah, see here one substituent is also present. Name of the substituent should be told first. So how to write that? That is nothing but 3-methyl. Okay, yeah. And this is a cyclopentane. It is a cyclic compound having 5 carbon atoms. Okay, and we are telling that yeah, at the first position, yeah, one keto group is also present. So how to write it? 3-methyl cyclopentane 1 on. Otherwise, like we can write it as cyclopentanone also. Both are correct. 3-methyl cyclopentanone. Okay, yeah, that will be the name of the compound. Got it? Yeah. What about this one? Yeah, here a keto group is present and a substituent is also present, which in turn is attached to yeah, cyclohexane, right? Yeah. So how to give the number? The functional group attached carbon atom should be given more priority. Then this will be 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6. So name of the substituent we are telling first. Write it 2-methyl. How many carbon atoms are there? 6 carbon atoms are there. So this is a cyclohexane. 2-methyl cyclohexanone. Otherwise hexane 1 on also you can write. Both are correct. Okay. 2-methyl cyclohexanone. That will be the name of the compound. Got it? Whatever we have written is the IUPAC name of these compounds. Okay. In addition to that, you will have to remember the common name also. Only slight difference will be there. We will be giving the number 1, 2, 3 in IUPAC system. But in common system, we will be specifying the position of the substituent as alpha, beta, gamma, delta, etc. See, this is the functional group, okay, which in turn is directly attached to this carbon atom. So that should be given the position alpha. If so, this will be beta. So how to write the common name of this compound? Beta-methyl cyclopentanone. Okay, you can write like that. So that will be the common name of this compound. Okay, it's so easy. What about this one? See, this is the keto group. The carbon atom, yeah, which in turn is directly attached to the keto group, should be given the position alpha. So, methyl group is attached to the alpha carbon atom. So, what will be the name of the compound? Alpha methyl cyclohexanone. That will be the name of the compound. It's easy only. So, remember 1, 2, 3, 4. That numbering will be given only in the IUPAC system. Yeah, in order to specify the position of the substituent in common name, we will be using alpha, beta, gamma, delta, etc. Got it? Yes. Now see this one. We will be doing some board questions related to the topic which we have discussed now. Draw the structure of 1-phenyl propan 1-on molecule. So if you are getting a question like this, had better we start from the root word itself. So in the case of the first compound, which is a root word, it is prop only. Okay, so write it. Yeah, 3 carbon atom we will have to draw as it is prop, right? And they are telling that to the first carbon atom, 1 phenyl group is attached. So draw that also. Here a benzene ring is attached to the first carbon atom. Then, yeah, to the same carbon atom, 1-on is also present. That means it is a keto group, right? Yeah, to the first carbon, we are attaching a keto group. Then satisfy the other valencies with hydrogen, your compound will be ready. Okay, so whenever you are drawing hydrogen, always remember that around carbon atom, 4 valency should be satisfied. It should not be less than that also, more than that also. You know that. Now, see the next one, 4-methyl pent 3N 2-on. So, in this case also, we will see the root word. Which is a root word? Root word is penta. So, we will have to draw 5 carbon atoms. Yeah, then give a number also 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. Then they are telling that to the second carbon atom one bond is attached. That means a keto group is present at the second position. Then at the third position there is a double bond. So we will have to draw a double bond. See, if we are numbering from here, yeah, double bond belongs to this carbon atom. In the opposite direction you will have to think about. Okay, yeah, you know that. And again at the fourth position a methyl group is present. So you draw that also, CH3. Okay, then the rest of the valencies can be satisfied with hydrogen. See, our compound is ready. Okay, it's so easy. Now see this one, write the IUPAC name of the compound. See, this is a ketone, but directly, yeah, a phenyl group is attached to that. Okay, so what we need to do, we will have to find out the longest carbon chain and we'll give a number 1, 2, 3. We are giving more priority to the keto group. And now, yeah, the entire group should be considered as a substituent. Remember, the keto group attached carbon atom, yeah, that one should be given number 1. And from there, yeah, we will have to number like this so that, yeah, what will be the name of the substituent? Yeah, the nitro group is attached to the fourth position. So, this is 4-nitrophenyl we will write. That will be the name of the substituent. Correct, no? Yeah. So, we are telling that this 4-nitrophenyl group is attached to this carbon 1. Okay, so how to write the name of this compound? Yeah, see, 4-nitrophenyl. This is the substituent, yeah, which in turn is attached to which carbon atom? The entire group is attached to first carbon atom. So we will have to write like this. We will call it as a complex substituent. Okay, so 1,4-nitrophenyl. Yeah. Then we will have to write the root word. It is propan. And where is the position of the functional group? At the first position only. Okay. Yeah. So propan 1 on we will write. That will be the name of the compound. Got it? Yes. What about this one? Yeah, this is also a keto group and to that directly a benzene ring is attached. So what we will do? We will have to find out the longest carbon chain and this will be 1 and this will be 2. Okay, and now find out the name of the substituent. Yeah, this keto group attached carbon atom should be given number 1. From there, yeah, we are finding out at which position fluoro group is present. It is attached at the 4th position. So what's the name of the substituent? 4-fluorophenyl. Okay, that will be the name of the substituent, which in turn is attached to which carbon atom? The first carbon atom. So how to write this one? 1, yeah, open a bracket, then fluorophenyl. 1-fluorophenyl, yeah, that will be the name of the substituent, which in turn is attached to the first carbon atom. So prefix is over. What is the root word? 2 carbon atoms are there. Okay, so that is ethan. Yeah, ethan 1 on. That will be the name of the compound. It's so easy, right? Yes. About this compound, you should remember one more point. In your NCERT book, the name of this compound has written in one more way. What is that? 4-fluoroacetophenone. Why we are writing the name like this? Reason is that for this kind of compounds in which benzene ring is directly attached to the keto group, we had written some common names in the previous page, right? Yeah. So IUPAC has accepted that common names also. Okay. So that's the reason you can find the name of this compound, yeah, in this way also. So you should remember, if you are writing 4-fluoroacetophenone also, 1,4-fluorophenyl ethanone also, both are correct only. Okay, so you should remember it. We have discussed almost all the important concepts related to the nomenclature of ketones. Hope you might have understood the concept so well. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.